Such a good boy. Hello. Welcome. My name is Graham. This is Oscar. This is No Limits Health and Wellness. And this is our very first video. I'm beyond excited to record and share this with you, along with my best friend in the world. I really hope that you can feel the excitement, the emotion, and the energy, and also the intention behind this video and all of the No Limits Health and Wellness, which is just to spread this feeling, this frequency that I get to live in, thanks to things like this, the energy I get to experience. So let's get right into our very first flow. It's not going to be anything too complicated. This is going to be suitable for intermediates, but if you're new to yoga, this is also going to be beginner friendly as well. And there'll be areas for you to modify or areas for you to add on. If you're deciding you want something a little more grounded or you want to spice things up. So let us start by laying on our backs in Savasana. This is going to be a 1 hour long class. I'm going to start my timer now so that I don't keep you more than 60 minutes and you can get on with your day. Okay, Oscar. Can I interest you in a different spot? Do you want to lay down on maybe my towel first? Here, buddy. Because I need the mat. Two. Okay, I'm just going to place you over here, okay? You can still be in the video. There you go. There you go, baby. Okay. You look great right there. Okay. By now, hopefully you at home are relaxing on your mat. Okay, Oscar. And we want to just acknowledge the peace and quiet around us. Breathe it in. Our physical body, let it resonate before exhaling. Bringing that peace and quiet into the physical. Into the mental. Giving the energetic moment to shine. I want you to bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Stay here. Feeling your chest rise, fall, your breath. And I want you to think of someone or something or some moment in time that you're grateful for. Someone or something, some moment that when you think of it, it makes the corners of your mouth lift up, makes your heart get warm and fuzzy. And underneath your left hand, I want you to hold on to that feeling that comes up, that thought. Hold on to that frequency and hold on to that energy. You're going to tell yourself that you're going to dedicate this practice to cultivating more of that exact frequency, that specific energy. Makes you feel grateful to be in this human experience. Let's gently wake our bodies up, take a full body stretch, reach the arms up over the head, point the toes, and feel your low back lift up off the mat as you take a deep breath in. And then hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a tight squeeze. To align with love and gratitude for this vessel we're in, give your left knee a kiss and your right knee a kiss. And blow them a kiss. If you can't reach them, we'll gently rock from side to side. Small, low part of your back, from left, over to right, making those movements as intentional and as controlled as the breath. And if that feels good, you can start rocking forward and back along the full length of your spine for another gentle self-massage, keeping the breath consistent and calm. We'll take one more rock, and then we'll cross our legs and bring ourselves into child's pose. I'm going to flip around to face the other side of my mat. And take your time as you find your pose. There's no rush, there's no fire here. Make sure that you're comfortable when you land and feel supported. Feel grounded and connected beneath all the parts of you, touching your mat. Really feel the floor beneath the tops of your feet, your toes. Really root down into your knuckles and spread your fingers apart. Feel the space between your fingertips. And keep your mind in every cell. Be present from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. With every inhale, find length. With every exhale, create some space. Breathing in to the energetic body, lengthening between the crown of the head and the tailbone, and hugging the navel in as you draw your bum towards the heels, creating space in the hips, taking a deep breath into the lungs, allowing the shoulders to melt, creating space in the heart. And now let the breath go to wherever it wants to go. We're going to open the mouth, deep breath in through the nose, and side out. Let's walk our hands over to the right side of the mat. The left hand can cross over as we really lengthen the left side of the body, sending the breath into the ribs on the left, feeling them glow, while maintaining the connection beneath the feet and the floor, and feeling the floor, bottoms of the hands. Let's walk those hands back to center and then over to the left. The right hand can cross over to lengthen the right side of the body. And again, with every inhale, we're finding length. Every exhale, creating space, letting go of something maybe physical or mental or energetic. Let's walk our hands back to center. Once again, we're going to open the mouth, take a deep breath in through the nose, side out. On our next breath, we'll come into a flat back, tabletop position on our hands and our knees. And we're just going to use these breaths here to warm up the wrists. So if there's something that you would like to do, oh, Oscar. I don't know what he heard. Oscar, it's okay, buddy. So I like to bring my weight forward and back with my fingertips facing to the front of the room, front of my mat rather. I also like to turn my fingertips out to the side, continuing with moving the weight forward and back, maybe even left to right. And I like to even turn my fingertips in towards to face my knees, and again continuing movements either forward and back, left and right, or circles, really feeling the weight shift as you move around. Lots of ifs, ands, and maybes, but for sure your breath is staying calm and controlled through all of these maybe random movements as you explore what feels good in your body. And now, just for good measure, if you feel warm, that's fine. I like to, again, walk my hands up towards my shins, come into an upright position, and really fire up the extenders in my forearms. So imagine that your hands are in a bucket of water. They're wet. We're going to splash that water off for 3, 2, and 1. Pardon me. Just making sure that my microphone is working here. We're coming back into our tabletop position, and we're going to warm up the spine with some cats and camels now. As we inhale, we'll drop the belly and gaze up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, pull the hips forward, looking towards the belly button. Inhale as we gaze up, hips high. Exhale, pull the hips forward, look to the belly button. Fill the lungs for our camel. And exhale for cat. Let's take 2 more. And last cycle of breath. We're going to come to a flat back and press into our first down dog. So in your first down dog, you can take your time to pedal out your feet. Maybe bending one knee, lengthening one side of the body and the other. Maybe just walking out the dog, bending the ankles, the knees, getting rid of any cricks and cracks that may be in the physical body so that you can land in that breath, that steady ebb and flow. Let's come high onto our toes, bend our knees, walk to the front of the mat. We'll take a halfway lift and forward fold. Extended mountain pose, reach all the way up, touch the sky. Keep reaching for the heavens with the fingertips while driving the heels down into the mat. We're going to stay here. Keep facing the front of your mat. I just turn around to face the camera so you can see. The right hand will grab the left wrist. The left foot will step behind, and you'll pull yourself to the right. Keep pressing both feet into the floor. Notice if one is favored over the other. Feel the length as you breathe in and create space by drawing that top shoulder back to open up the heart to shine. Let's come back to center. We'll switch the grip. Left grabs the right. Right steps behind. Inhale as you press the floor away, breathing the energy up through those free and open hips into that bright heart, and we open up to shine it out. So let's come back to center. We're going to reach up. Forward fold, halfway lift, And we're going to take ragdoll. Just for a few breaths. Just for a moment here. Don't let those words dictate how you show up. Allow yourself to restore, to release, and reset with every cycle of breath. If your eyes are closed, I want you to bring your focus to the space between your eyes and behind them. With every exhale, hug the navel in, fold a little bit deeper, and keep breathing into that area in the center of your head. Once again, we'll open the mouth, take a deep breath in, side out, take a halfway lift, and hands to the mat, high to low plank. You can step, shoot, or float back, lower into low plank. Up dog, pull the chest through, and down dog, push the floor away. So just to get things moving, we'll do a couple more of those high to low planks from our forward fold, and we'll do it different each time just to show the options depending on where you're at, depending on what you want to learn. Let's come high onto our toes, bend our knees, hop, skip, or float to the front of the mat, take a halfway lift, and forward fold. So this time, as we go to the back of the mat, we're going to shoot back. We're going to take a halfway lift, hands to the mat, and we shoot into low plank, lifting the chest, pushing back into down dog. On your next inhale, we'll come high onto our toes, bend our knees, float to the front of the mat, take a halfway lift, forward fold. Take a halfway lift, and hands to the mat will float to the front, to the back of the mat, up dog, new air, and down dog, push the floor away. So if you want to see any of those things broken down and explained in more detail, please comment and we'll make a video sooner than later. The little workshop tutorial. On your next inhale, let's step the right foot forward for warrior one. Allow the breath to lift you up. The exhale to ground you down. With every inhale, breathing into the bones, feeling a little longer. Every exhale, hugging the skeleton, feeling a bunch stronger. Maybe even a little stronger as you breathe away a limiting belief, a thought that carries a negative feeling. Let's exhale into warrior two. So feel the strength, the support in the legs, soften the shoulders, the jaw, space behind the eyes and between the ears. Keep it calm. We'll flip the right palm up to the sky, reach it up and back to reverse your warrior, and then cartwheel your hands to the floor for high plank and then low plank. Up dog, shoulders back as you pull the chest through, and down dog, push the floor away. On your next inhale, step the left foot forward for warrior one. Every inhale making you feel light, like you could float up off of the mat into the sky. But then the exhales, grounding you back down into the earth. The inhales making you feel light, like you could outshine that sun, making you feel like that star wrapped in skin that you are. Let's exhale into warrior two. Just allow the breath to keep you calm, to keep you centered, to keep you present, to keep you here in this practice and this experience. Flip the left palm up to the sky, reach it up and back to reverse the warrior, and then cartwheel your hands to the floor. High plank to low plank. Pull the chest through for up dog, and we'll stay here. We're going to lift the left leg up and step it over to lift ourselves up into a wild thing. Keep pressing into each point of contact with the earth. Pull the energy up through the heels to lift the hips, lengthen the spine, light up the heart, and come on over to high plank. Let's press back into down dog. Let's roll into up dog as we come high onto our toes, bring that wave up through the hips, into the heart as we pull it through. And we're going to lift the right foot up, step it over, wild thing on the other side, feeling the hips lift, feel that energy go through the spine into the heart, shine it out. We'll come on over to high plank and press back into down dog. And keep rooting into the earth, pulling energy up. With every inhale, feeling it travel through the wrists, the shoulders, through the tailbone, and keep grounding into those feet. On your next inhale, we'll step the right foot forward for warrior one. Feel the inhale lift you up. Keep the foundation strong. If you're light on either of the feet, root down. Really press the floor away to pull the energy up. And let the hips, the heart, everything be open so it can flow all the way up to the fingertips. Let's exhale, open up into warrior two. We're going to flip the right palm up, reverse our warrior. We're going to root into that right foot, bringing the weight into the right while keeping the mind in the left foot, in the left hand, in the right fingertips. Pressing into the floor, bringing the energy up and then distributing it through every limb, every digit. Flex those left toes towards your nose as the heel drives to the wall behind you. Turn those flexed toes up towards the ceiling to open up the hips. Last big inhale, and we'll land back in our warrior two. Okay, acknowledge any fatigue in the legs. They've been strong, they've been supportive. The core as well. Let's not ignore it. Use your awareness as a light. Wow, relax your shoulders. I'm talking to myself. We're going to dance together, letting the breath guide as we inhale, reach up, straighten the right leg. Exhale. Inhale, rise. So just hear the breath. Hear the ocean. See the waves. And feel the connection. Flip the palms reverse. And cartwheel your hands to the floor, high to low plank. Exhale gets you down. Inhale lifts. Down dog. We let go of something with every exhale. We hear those waves of the ocean, and we believe every breath in is a wave carrying that frequency, that energy we align with at the beginning of class. And every exhale, every wave out is washing away a frequency that no longer serves us. Maybe it did at some point or another. We invited it in. And now it's just taking up space. We donate it back to to the universe. On your next inhale, step the left foot forward for warrior one. Feel the breath lift you up. Every inhale, every exhale, serving a purpose here. Serving you. Let's exhale into warrior two. And now, you may know where we're going, so just make sure that you're still right here. Right now, you're in warrior two. You're not yet in half moon. Keep your energy, keep your mind, your attention right here. Out of the past, out of the infinite possibilities of the future. Don't be spreading yourself so thin. Let's flip the palms. Reverse your warrior, and we're going to bring the weight into the left foot. Push the floor away to pull the energy up, and then send that energy into the right foot. As strong as we're pushing the floor away with the left, that right heel is searching for the wall at the back of the room, while the toes pull towards your nose. You feel long from the crown of your head to that lifted heel. Just as long from those right fingertips to the left fingertips. Right toes turning up towards the ceiling as that right hand draws back to open up the heart, the hips shining bright. Last big inhale, and we'll come into our warrior two. Landing here in the power, in the confidence of the warrior. Again, let's dance together. We'll inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Feel the ocean. And not just a drop of water. In the ocean are the ocean and the drop of water. Flip your palm, reverse. And cartwheel your hands to the mat, stepping back for high to low plank. Exhale, creating space so that you attract an up dog as you pull your heart through. Down dog, push the floor away. Okay. Let's bring our feet together at the back of the mat. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and stack open the hips. Keep pushing the floor away with both hands, lifting that knee as high as you can. Pull the heel towards your bum, open up the hips so you can shine as bright as you possibly can. Option to get light on the left hand. Maybe that looks like the fingers tenting up, the knuckles lifting up off the mat. Maybe the hand floats or hovers. Maybe it lifts up to the waist. Or maybe we search for a bind with that right foot as we reach up and over the body. Let's stay for another full breath in. An option to stay here, or we can flip on over into a flip dog, a wild thing, or perhaps a full wheel. Let's stay for 3 breaths, feeling lift as we breathe in, creating space to open up and shine as we breathe out. Last big inhale, and we'll come on over to high plank and then side plank on the right. So our right hand is down, left hand is up. With every inhale, feel the hips lift, feel the spine lengthen. Draw the top hand and shoulder back to shine the heart. The top foot can lift. Maybe we take a bind. Let's stay for one more big breath in And bring the hands to the floor, high plank to low. Up dog with new air. And down dog, push the floor away. We'll bring our feet together at the back of the mat. Lift the left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and stack open the hips. As that weight shifts, the left hand may want to get light. Root it down to ground through both hands, pulling energy up through both arms, all the way to that lifted knee, pulling the heel towards the bum, opening up the hips as much as you can. And here you can choose to play with balance once again. Maybe getting light on the right hand as you keep pushing the left hand into the floor to pull energy up while grounding into that right heel. Opening up, shining as bright as we can. Last big inhale. And you can stay here, or you can flip over into your flip dog, your wild thing, or a full wheel, if that's in your practice. 3 intentional breaths as we breathe in, what serves. As we exhale, what we can donate. Last big breath in, and we'll come on over to high plank. And then we'll take side plank on the left. So keep rooting in to your foundation. Feel the floor with the razor edges of your feet. The left hand, as we breathe in, get long. As we exhale, hug in. Feel strong. We're here for one more big breath in. And hands to the floor. High to low plank. Up dog with new air. And down dog. Push the floor away. Let's come high onto our toes. Bend our knees. Hop, skip, or float to the front of the mat. And let's take chair pose. With 5 breaths here. Every inhale pressing into the floor to pull the energy up all the way into the heart. Now notice if your tailbone's tucking back. See if we can rotate those hips forward to make it a little spicier. Really pull those biceps beside the ears to open up the heart. Last big inhale and forward fold. Let's take ragdoll here. Grab opposite elbows. If your eyes are open, see the room behind you. Feel the crown of your head point down to the earth. Keep pressing the floor away with the feet. Keep hugging the navel in to support the spine. Navel to the crown of the head. Completely surrender. Just acknowledge the support here beneath your feet. The security now within your hands. Release your hands to the floor. Take a halfway lift. And we're going to lower down into yogi squats. Now, option to stay here in yogi squat. Maybe pressing the elbows against the inside of the knees to open them up. Maybe exploring binds around one leg and the other. Or if crow is in your practice, you can get into crow for a few breaths here. So take your time getting into it. And always remember, if there's not enough time and you're at home, you can always just press the pause button to fit your play in, your crow, your headstand, whatever you need to cultivate that feeling, that frequency, the energy you want. We're going to stay here. I'm going to stay here for another 3 to 5 breaths. I'm going to get into crow. You meet yourself where you're at. If crow is something that you want to learn, comment. Maybe that'll be a workshop that we record sooner than later. Let's take one more deep breath in, and then we'll step, shoot, or float back. Up dog and down dog. Push the floor away. Okay. On our next inhale, let's lift the right leg up to the sky. Bring the right toes to the right wrist. Float the leg up. Right toes to left. Float up. Knee to nose. Float the leg up. And knee to right elbow. Now, option to stay here, hugging the navel in, breathing into the lungs, and crunching as tight as we can. Or maybe we bring the weight into the fingertips and float that left leg up for our flying half crow. Last big inhale. And step the right foot through for high crescent lunge. So feeling the floor with both feet, that right foot flat, and grounding into those left toes, feeling long from the heel to the base of the spine. We're going to continue that long line to the crown of our head as we bring the hands to our heart center and hinge forward. Keep breathing into that line from the crown of the head to the lifted heel. Feel it long, light, and bright. And then we're going to twist, bringing that left elbow to the right knee, using that leverage to rinse and press against one another as you pull the right shoulder blade back, opening up the front of your chest to shine that light through your heart. Last big breath in, and we'll exhale into Warrior Two. Oh, Oscar, I'm going to need that towel soon. I'm getting sweaty, buddy. Put the right palm up to the sky. Reach it up and back. And we're going to come into an extended side angle. So you can have elbow to knee, hand to a block, or hand to the floor. And everything from here on out is an option. We can choose to add on by dropping the left hand behind the low back. We can choose to make a full bind as we reach that right hand to the left hand. We can take a funky half moon with a bind, or we can step that left foot forward for bird of paradise. Wherever you are, you're strong. You've got this for another 3. Last 2. Biggest breath in. And then unravel with your breath, bringing your hands to the mat, stepping both feet back. Longest exhale takes you into low plank. New air will lift you into up dog and child's pose. Just a moment here to rest. Keep your mind, keep your attention, and keep your energy exactly where you are, where your feet are, where your hands are. Take a deep breath in, let it go. Come to a tabletop position and press back into down dog. We're going to lift the left leg up to the sky, bring the left toes to the left wrist, float the leg up, left toes to right wrist, float the leg up, knee to nose, float the leg up, and knee to left elbow. Option to stay here, crunching as tight as we can, or to bring the weight forward into the fingertips, floating that right foot up. Last big inhale, And we're going to step through for high crescent lunge. Reaching the hands up to the sky and trying to squish the mat together with the feet to keep activation in the hips, keeping them square. Bring the hands to the heart center, hinge forward. Stay here, breathing into that straight line. And now we're going to twist, bringing that right elbow to the left knee. Keep on lengthening as we breathe in. Keep on strengthening as we hug in. Get light. Shine bright. Last big inhale. And we're going to open up into our warrior two. And again, being exactly where we are. Getting out of the analysis paralysis of the past, every pose we've been in. Dropping the anticipation of where we're headed. Ultimately, we're all headed to Savasana, corpse pose, and I'm certainly in no rush to get there. Flip the palm reverse, reach it up and back, and bring ourselves into our extended side angle. So feeling nice and long throughout the right side of the body. Option to drop that right hand back for your half bind. Option to scoop the left hand below and connect with the right for a full bind. If we stay here, keep the right hip and right shoulder drawing back and up towards the sky. Maybe we bring the weight into the left foot and lift the right leg up for a bound half moon. Or maybe we step the right foot forward and float the left for our bird of paradise. Let's stay strong for another 3. Last 2. Your biggest inhale. And the longest exhale will take you down from high plank to low plank. We'll pull the chest through for up dog and down dog, push the floor away. Child's pose is what I meant to say. If you're in down dog, just drop your knees to the earth. I'm going to see if Oscar will let me use this towel to wipe my brow. Buddy, I'm working on it. So stay present. We're only in child's pose for a moment. Just for a second, just for a short period of time. But again, don't let that dictate. Don't let those words decide how you show up in this moment. Don't feel rushed. The smallest moment has eternity within it. What's available in this breath in? What can we let go of with this breath out? It's all here. It's all now. Take a deep breath in, side out. We'll come to a flat back, tabletop position, and we'll press back into down dog. We'll do one last vinyasa. On your next inhale, step the right foot forward for warrior 1. We'll exhale, opening up into warrior 2. Put the right palm up to the sky, reverse the warrior. While you're here, straighten that right leg so that when we come back down, we're set up for our triangle pose. Reach your right hand forward, 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 and then hinge at the hips. Bringing that right hand down, maybe to the floor, maybe to a block, maybe to the shin. Keep pressing into both feet, pulling the energy up through both of those straight legs into those hips. Hug the navel in the direction that you're looking to. Maybe you feel that wall pull the hips slightly towards it to invite in a little back bend. And from behind, feel that top hand Be encouraged to draw back, to shine the heart a little bit brighter. Last big inhale. Next breath in will pull you up to a stand, like someone's grabbing that left wrist. Turn your feet to face the direction that you're looking towards. Got Oscar fur all over me. Bring your hands onto your hips, puff your chest up, and fold forward. We're taking a wide-legged forward fold. Your hands can stay on your hips. If you want to bring them down to your ankles to get some leverage to deepen your forward fold, you can do that. If you want to go upside down into a headstand or any type of inversion, you can bring your head, your hands to the floor and go up with control into your expression. Let's take our deepest breath in, most complete breath out. We'll slowly come up to a stand, one vertebrae at a time, and turn our feet to face the front of the mat. Now you can have a wide or a short stance. And feel comfortable, feel relatively free and open in the hips. Square in the hips though, try to squish the mat together with the feet. Reach your hands up and fold over those active hips, over the right foot. Maybe the hands frame that foot and look to the room behind you. Feel the crown of your head pointing down so that as you root into those feet to pull the energy up, it cascades down the spine. Feel the shoulders drop. Feel the head heavy. Deepest breath in. Fold as deep as you can. Take a halfway lift. Really wake up the spine as you breathe the light into it. And now we'll twist. Reach the right hand up. Left hand stays down. The crown of your head pulls forward. Your tailbone draws back. The navel hugs in. And the heart shines. Last big inhale. And step the feet together. Take a halfway lift. Hands to the mat. Step or shoot back. If you step back each time, just alternate legs each time so that you're not only using the left or the right. All right, we're meeting once again in down dog. Our last vinyasa, we're going to balance this out on the left side. On your next inhale, step the left foot forward for warrior one. Let's exhale, opening up into warrior two. Flip the palms, reverse your warrior, lengthening the left side of the body. From here, straighten that left leg and bring the hands, arms back parallel to the earth below. Reach the left hand forward, 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 and hinge, bringing it down to the floor. Feel nice and long throughout the right side of the body. Hug the navel in. And again, maybe those hips pull towards the direction you're facing. Maybe that shoulder on the top draws back in the opposite direction. Those hips and those hearts shining bright. Last big breath in. Next inhale will pull you up to a stand. Now turn your feet to face the direction that you're facing. We'll do another forward fold, but we're going to do it a little bit different. Let's take bound fists behind our back. Again, press both feet into the floor. Breathe in, puff the chest up. Hug the navel in and surrender as you fold forward. So no deja vu in this forward fold. We have a different physicality here. A different mentality. And a new energy. This energy, we're drawing it up through the feet as we push the floor away. We're keeping that strength, the support in the lower half as we work to draw it up, and then we completely surrender the upper half, inviting in all that serenity, noticing the duality of the body, to be working, to cultivate, and then to be in complete ease, allowing what we've cultivated to work for us as it flows down into those shoulders, of the crown of the head, softening, cleansing everything it passes by. Last deep breath in, deepest breath out. Slowly come up to a stand, one vertebrae at a time. That was a longer forward fold than usual. We'll turn the feet to face the front of the room. Unbind the hands if they're still clasped. Reach them up over your head and over squared hips. Fold towards that front foot. Maybe the hands frame it. And keep pressing into the floor. And keep hugging the navel in as you exhale. Creating that space to melt your nose a little closer towards the knee with every breath out. We'll take a deep breath in, full breath out, and we'll take a halfway lift, waking up the spine. Right hand down to the floor, left hand up. Keep pressing both feet into the earth, squishing the mat together. Keep sending the crown of the head forward, pulling the tailbone back. Last big inhale. And step the feet together. Take a halfway lift. And we're going to lower down onto our bum. Let's lay right onto our backs for a quick happy baby. Send the feet up to the sky and grab the soles of the feet from the outside. If you can't grab the feet, you can grab behind the calves or the knees. We want to pull the knees towards the armpits, and we want the energetic body, the space within the spine from the crown of the head, the tailbone, completely flat, connected to the earth. So if the chin is lifted, a slight tuck in that chin to feel the back of the neck, a little closer to the mat. If there's a little bridge beneath the low back, hug the navel in and pull the tailbone down if it's pointing up to the sky. If you want, you can gently rock from side to side here. Now let's release, hug the knees into the chest, rock and roll forwards and back. And we're going to bring ourselves into our first hip opener. So starting with pigeon, bring that right shin parallel to the front of the mat. The left leg extends to the back of the room. It's a good place for blocks if you want some support beneath the hips. Maybe a pillow under the head to relax the neck and the shoulders. And if pigeon is not accessible in your practice, or just today it's not the move for you, you can take thread the needle laying on your back, sending the left leg up to the sky, the right ankle in front of that left knee. If you're choosing thread the needle, pull the left knee towards you, maybe even pushing the right knee away. If you're in pigeon, slowly roll onto the right bum cheek and swing the left leg around. That right foot will tuck in to the left leg. If you're in thread the needle, just rock yourself forward and your legs will stay more or less as they were. Reach the hands up and fold towards the left foot. So towards is a key word here. We don't have to grab the foot. We don't have to connect to that left leg at all. The connections that are important here are connections to the earth beneath the sits bones, connection to deep, intentional breaths, and connection to the frequency that we aligned with at the beginning of class. Let's take our deepest breath in and out. And slowly come up to a vertical spine. Take your right hand, place it behind your hips. You'll root into that right hand, the right knee, and the left foot. And that returning energy will lift you up. Just feel free in the hips, the heart, and the throat to allow it to flow through. And right back up to the heavens, shining to those other stars. Slowly lower down. Thanks for those kisses, Oscar. We're going to start again on our left side. So getting into our pigeon. On the left shin parallel to the front of the mat. Right leg extends to the back. And if you chose thread the needle on your back, on the other side, feel free to hop into thread the needle here on the left. You would be laying on your back with your right leg up to the sky and the left ankle in front of that right knee. Thanks, Oscar. Slowly ease out of our pigeon or thread the needle. Pigeon, we're rolling onto the left bum cheek, swinging the right leg, and thread the needle, you're just rocking forward. We have the left foot tucked in, and we're reaching up and folding into the direction of our right foot. With every inhale, feel the energy, visualize it as it travels up the base of the spine, lighting up one vertebrae at a time, and creating the length as air fills the spaces between each vertebrae. Feel that energy relax the muscles on the side of the body and the shoulders. Feel it cleanse as it passes through the head, through that mental body, washing away any thoughts that have any funky feelings or frequency or energy attached. Slowly come up to a vertical spine. Left hand behind the hips. We're going to press into that left hand, the left knee, and the right foot, sending the hips high and just permitting that energy to flow through from the earth, through your vessels, right up to the heavens. With your signature attached to it, your love, your gratitude. Thank you so much for the lift, for the feeling. Let's slowly come down onto our bums once again, and we're going to take one more forward fold. So we've gone left, we've gone right. Now we're going to go straight forward. Speaking of straight forward, if we want, we can have our legs straight in front of us. Reaching up and towards the toes. If we want, we can cross the legs and fold forward. Maybe folding over a butterfly pose or straddling those legs. Just for a few breaths, being very intentional with every breath in, every breath out. As we find length, as we create space. So maybe I'm not doing a forward fold today. Slowly come up to a vertical spine. We're going to lay onto our backs and hug our knees into our chest. Bless you, buddy. Extend the legs long, arms out to the side, right leg up, and allow it to drop over to your left side. And if you're not being attacked with kisses, you can Turn your head over to look over to the right side of your body so you can feel that twist all the way from your base of the spine up to the crown of your head. Slowly come back to center. Give yourself a tight squeeze just for a moment. And why not? Give your left knee a kiss, your right knee a kiss, blow them a kiss if you can't reach. Extend the legs. Once again, arms out to the side. We'll lift the left leg up to the sky and drop it over to the right, making sure that you're not squishing anyone or anything. And taking your gaze over the left shoulder. Every inhale, feeling the bones a little lighter. And with every exhale, feeling the muscles melt and those bones suddenly a little bit heavier. Slowly come back to center, and one more time, give ourselves a tight squeeze. Left knee a kiss, and right knee a kiss. And send the feet up to the sky, hands up to the sky. A waterfall. Soften everything that you can. And just simply be aware. Just observe all the sensations, the tingling, buzzing, pulsing. Just allow all that blood, all that energy to cascade down those waterfalls from the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, to your energetic body, into your heart. No muscles pulling that blood, no thoughts influencing the flow of energy. It's going to where it needs to be. Slowly bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor, and we'll take Savasana in exactly 1 hour. Permit yourself 3 to 5 more minutes. Just be. Always a human working, planning, maybe stressing, worrying. Just allow yourself to be a human being. Feel free to press pause. if you want to stay in Savasana for a few moments longer. Otherwise, without rushing, no fire, there's no hurry. Slowly wake your body up. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Very gentle movements here. Gradually getting bigger as you roll out your wrists and your ankles. And if we did at the beginning of class, take a full body stretch. Reach your arms up over your head, point your toes, and lift your low back up off the mat. Roll onto whichever side feels comfortable to you, your left or your right. You can use one arm as a pillow and hug your knees into your chest. Take a moment to soak it all in. The significance of this pose, fetal position, your fresh start, new life, made up this energy that you've cultivated, that frequency, that energy is the building blocks for your reality. Taking your time, no rush, there's no fire. Bring yourself into a seated position. Keep your eyes closed if you're comfortable. Do so. And again, take all the time in the world to get into your seat. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel supported. I want you to feel grounded, connected. Even if your eyes are closed, if you're in a room by yourself, if you're thousands away, thousands of miles away from me, I want you to feel seen. I want you to know that your light is felt and your energy is appreciated. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. We'll take a deep cleansing breath in. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. May you have kind thoughts. Bring your thumbs to your lips. May you have kind words. And bring your thumbs to your heart. May you be open to give and receive always. Come back to your third eye. The light in me acknowledges the light in you. Let's bow to each other. Say namaste. Thank you so much for being a part of this big step for Oscar and I. This is our first step in a 1,000,000-mile journey for us to connect to people all over the world. And I'm so happy that you are one of them joining us on day one. I hope you enjoyed the flow. I hope you enjoyed meeting myself and my best friend Oscar. And I hope you cultivated something awesome today. And I hope you'll share it with the world around you. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. All the best.